Hello, good day and welcome you to this class. This class is solely based on JAMB past questions. And what we want all of you watching this video is to have 300 and above in your JAMB combination. Now, look at this case, question 1. You are given the question, find the sum of infinity of the series. And you are given the series as 1 over 4, 1 over 8, 1 over 16, and dash dash. What will be the sum of the series? First, case 1, you are going to identify your first term and your common ratio respectively. Because if you want to get the sum of the infinity of this GP, there is in the formula S. This sum of the infinity of the series is equal to A over 1 minus R. So if that is our sum, we're going to identify our A, which is the first term of the series, and our R, that's the common ratio. So from the series there, from the question, we have A as 1 over 4. How do we get the common ratio? To get your common ratio, you are dividing the series or the term that is preceding. So when you have 1 over 8, divide it by 1 over 4. A case like this, we inverse or we reciprocate the division such that our 1 over 8 returns to times 4 over 1. And this is the same thing as 4 over 8. To reduce our fraction, 4 will cancel itself 1, cancel 8, 2. Therefore, our R is cos 1 over 2. That is your common ratio. The next thing is to substitute the value into the formula, which will now give you this is equals to 1 over 4. Remember your A is 1 over 4. 1 over 1 minus 1 over 2. Now, 1 over 4, you have 1 over 4. Take half from 1, the same thing as 1 over 2. Because when you take half from 1, you have half left. Next, so you inverse what you have here. This gives you 1 over 4 times 2 over 1. Now, when you have 1 over 4 times 2 over 1, 1 times 2 gives you 2. 4 times 1, 4. 2 cancel itself, cancel here 2. Therefore, the sum of the infinity of the series is 1 over 2. That is the case. Let's look at a question number 2, which had the same situation with this. Now, this is case 2. Or question number 2. We are also asked to find the sum of infinity of the GP. That is your geometric progression. The first term is 3, second term 1, third term 1 over 3, 1 over 9, 1 over 27. What will be the sum of this GP? First, identify your A and your R. Now, from the question, our A is equals to 3. That is the first term. Why our ratio is your 10 divided by its preceding 1 all over 3 is our ratio. Now to find the sum of infinity of the GP, since R is less than 1, our sum of infinity is A over 1 minus R, because our R is less than 1. Let's substitute the value here into the formula. What you're going to have is your A is 3, 1 minus 1 over 3. Of course, when you take 1 for 1 over 3, you left with 3 all over 2 over 3. 3 over 2 over 3 is the same thing as having 3 times 3 over 2. 3 times 3 gives us 9 over 2. When you divide 9 by 2, you have 4, 1 over 2. Therefore, the sum of infinity of the GP is 4.5. That is the answer to this case. Next up, let's take question number 3 for further treatment. Now, this is another case which you are asked to find the term of the fifth term of a GP. Here you are given the second term of a GP as 2, and the sum to infinity gives 8. What will be this term of the fifth or the fifth term of the GP? In a case like this, we need to first identify or find your A and R, level first term and your common ratio, respectively. But recall that our second term, which is our T2, is equals to AR raised to power n minus 1, is given as 2. Now, our A stands for the first term, while the R is the common ratio. The number of 10, your n, take 1 from the number of 10. Therefore, our T2 is equals to AR. If your n is 2, 2 minus 1 will give us 1. So the same thing as AR is equals to 2. That gives us equation 1. Next up, the sum of its infinity is given as 8. The sum of infinity equals to A over 1 minus R is equals to 8 from the question, because the question says the sum to infinity is 8. So if sum to infinity is equals to A over 1 minus R and is equals to 8, cross multiply. When you cross multiply, your A will be equals to 8 into 1 minus R. Let's open the bracket or work the bracket. Our A will be equals to 8 times 1 will give you 8 minus 8 times R will give you 8R. This forms equation 2. Next, put A, which is equals to 8 minus 8R, into equation 1. And you must remember that your equation 1 is AR is equals to 2. So our A was replacing it with A minus 8R. 8 minus 8R, and half R is equals to 2. So if you times 8 by R, you have 8r minus 8 times r will give us 8r squared is equal to 2. We'll have this situation. We arrange our terms so it results into quadratic equation. Your minus 8r squared plus 8r, bring your 2 to the left, it changes to minus 2. Everything will equal to 0. When you divide both by minus, the minus say we keep minus, we are having 8r squared. This minus will affect this, it changes to minus 8r. The minus will keep this 12 plus 2 equals to 0. So this now resolves to standard quadratic equation. To solve r from this equation, we apply the almighty formula using x equals to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So we're using the almighty formula here to find our r. Don't forget that our r is our common ratio. Next, we substitute the value into the formula. Remember our b from the equation is minus 8. So put minus 8 where you see b. Our x will be equal to minus 8 plus or minus 8 square minus 8 square minus 4 times our a is 8 times our c is 2 all over 2 times our a is 8. Let's solve. The minus take care of minus. This equals to 8 plus or minus the square of minus 8 will give us 64. Minus this times this give you 32. 32 times 2 will give you 64 all over 16. If you take this from this, you have 8 plus or minus root of 0 over 16. And the square root of 0 is equals to 0 over 16. Next up, separate your two signs plus or minus such that your 8 plus 0 over 16, which is equals to 8 over 16. 8 cancel itself 1, cancel 16 2. Therefore, your r is equals to 1 over 2. So what's the common ratio of the GP? 1 over 2. Now, if we obtain a ratio as 1 over 2, we substitute the value further into one of the equations to obtain our A. Since we have used equation 1 to get R, we put R into equation 2. And equation 2 is giving us A is equals to 8 minus 8R is equals to 8. That is all we have as equation 2. Next, so our 8 remain 8 minus 8 into 1 over 2 is our R. So this is equals to 8 minus 8 times half will give us 4. So this is what we are given as equation 2. Yeah. Then 8 minus 8 times half will give you 4. 8 minus 4 will have 4. Therefore, our A is equals to 4. The common ratio is half, while your first thing is 4. If you have obtained your first and the common ratio, the next thing is recall that your T5 is equals to AR raised to power n minus 1. That is the formula you are now using to find the fifth term of the GP. This is the same thing as our A is 4, write 4 while we see A, while our common ratio is 1/2. If n is 5, take 1 from 5, that gives us 4. This is equals to 4 into 1 raised to power 4 is the same thing as 1 over 2 raised to power 4, 16. Because 2 times 2 times 2 to 4 times will give you 16. 4 times here is the same thing as 4/16. This is 1, cancel here, 4. So, the fifth term of the GP is 1/4. That is the answer to question 3. I love us to move to question number 4. Solve for x and y respectively in 3x minus 5y is equals to 9 and 6x minus 4y equals to 12. Equation 1, equation 2. Now this is another case, and this is a simultaneous equation where we have two unknown variables to find their values simultaneously. And unknown equations are x and y respectively. Now to solve this problem either by substitution or elimination, first the method you choose to solve determine the procedures that are involved. Now if I want to solve this problem using elimination method, I need to first make one of the variable the subject or the coefficient to be same. But if you look at equation 1 and equation 2, none of the coefficient is the same. The first question, how do I make the coefficient the same? Very simple. Just follow me as we make the coefficient of what variable want to omit it, either x or y same. Look at the case. You just need to interchange the coefficient. Take the coefficient of x, which is 3 times by equation 2. Take 6 times with equation 1. You make everything the same. Look at the board. Go to our 6 times and 3 times. That is just what you need. You just need to extend the coefficient. So when you exchange the coefficient, you know how 6 times here will give you 18x minus 6 times 5, 30y. 6 times 9 will give you 54. Therefore, equation 3, y 3 times 6 still give you 18x. 3 times 4 minus 12y is equals to 36. If you times 3 by 12, of course you have 36 as your answer. Next thing is to subtract the equation 1. This is equation 3 from equation 4. So let's subtract the two equations. This minus this, the answer becomes 0. Minus 30 minus 12 is the same thing as saying minus 30 minus 12. So minus and minus will take care of themselves. You now left with minus 30 plus 12. Of course, you're going to have minus 18y because subtract this will give you 18. Let's subdivide both by minus 18. Minus 18. Minus 18 take care of minus 18. Therefore, the y is equals to minus 1. That is the y. If y is equals to minus 1, how do we get x? It's very simple. You can put y in any of these equations, either 1, 2, 3, or 4, to get the corresponding value of x. You now say put y into equation 1. I'm sure by now you know what your y is. Y is minus 1. So while you're substituting y into equation 1, where I see y, you replace it with minus 1. So what is equation 1? Remember, 3x minus 5y equals to 9. So 3x minus 5 minus 1, because that's all it says on y. So this is equals to 9. So your 3x minus and minus will take care of themselves. 5 times 1, you have plus 5 is equals to 9. Collect your like 10. Your 3x will be equals to 9. Take this to the right. It's not changed to minus 5. Your 3x will be equals to 4. Divide here by 3. This take care of this. Therefore, your x now remain 1 over 2, respectively. So that is the value of your x when y is equals to minus 1. Let's take the last question, which is question 5. Okay, that is the last case, question 5. Find the value of x for which x plus 2 over 4 minus 2x minus 3 over 3 is less than 4. What value of x satisfies this linear inequality that involves one variable? Solution. If you look at this case, you find out that it involves fraction. So for you to solve this without any stress, you just need to clear your fraction. How do we clear the fraction? We first look at the denominators of the given fraction. And the denominators of the questions are 4 and 12, as well as invisible 1. Because if you divide 4 by 1, it still gives you 4. So we look at the common LCM that will divide 3 and 4, so we can clear the fraction, which is 12. Because 12 divide 4 3 times, nothing remain. 12 divide 3 4 times, nothing remain. 12 divide 1 12, nothing remain. So let's subtract all by the common LCM, which is 12. So we're going to have 12 into x plus 2 over 4 minus 12 into 2x minus 3 over 3 is less than 4 times 12. That is what it means to times all by 12. Now 4 cancel here. 4 cancel 12 3 times. So 3 times x give you 3x plus 6. Right? Because 3 times 2 give you 6. Minus 3 cancel here 4 times. 4 times here give you 8x. Minus become plus 12 is less than 4 times 12. Of course, I want to have 48. Alright. Next up, we are going to arrange your term. This minus this, that is 3x minus 8x plus 6 plus 12 is less than 48. 3 minus 8, we have minus 5x plus, add this together, we have 18 is less than 48. Correct, like say, minus 5x is less than 48. Take your 18 to the right hand, it changes to minus 18. Right? Minus 5x is now less than, take 18 from 48, you leave it 30. All together. Right? Next up, you are going to divide both sides by minus 5. So when you have minus 5x is less than 30, and you are dividing both sides by negative. So we're about to have minus 5 minus 5. Minus 5 equals minus 5. Now, in linear inequality, whenever you divide both by negative number, the sign of the inequality reverses. If it's less than, it changes to greater than. Therefore, our x will now be greater than minus 6. Because 30 divided by 5 gives you 6. That is your final answer. Thank you for listening. See you in our next series of video. Thank you all.